our absolute favorite traditions, and that is going to the mountains and cutting down a Christmas tree. Do you guys love doing this? Woohoo! So some stuff we just did this year to make it a fun experience. We cooked up some cauliflower soup. By we, I mean him. Put it in little thermoses, and we're going to take them for a little lunch after we're probably freezing after hiking to find a tree. Then I also made up some Creole brew. I do have a recipe for that on my site if you're interested. It's basically ground cacao beans and a really healthy version of hot chocolate. Oh, I do also have the recipe for that creamy cauliflower soup on my blog as well. It's kind of a, if you've ever been to Zupa's, it's kind of a knockoff of their cauliflower Wisconsin. It is so good. Then we also got down all the winter gear. It's usually very snowy in the mountains where we're going. Who knows this year? It's pretty dry where we're at. We did have a huge snowfall in October, and then it all melted, and now we're wondering where the snow is. So hopefully we'll see some snow up in the mountains because that makes it extra fun and special. And then, yeah, so we got down the winter clothes to just discover that the kids had outgrown everything. So we're making it work. But today is actually Thanksgiving. We did our family Thanksgiving on the Sunday before. We hosted it at our house, had everyone over. And so today we're just having a nice relaxing day. We're gonna get a tree. We're going to go home and decorate for Christmas. I think it's gonna be a really special day. So I'll just take you along for some of the fun parts and show you what it's like to cut down a tree from the mountains if you've never had that experience yourself. You guys aren't going very fast.
Ray, pull me. Oh, there's
drinks under it.
Like that?
Yeah, here's my little tree.
Whoa.
Oh, perfect for the piano. Ah, careful though. We got one. Now we need to find a big one. How about that one?
I wish.
I've seen these really tall ones that would look pretty good. Of course, we have to cut it halfway, but that one's a little more full. So it splits at the top. Kevin's clear over there. He thinks he saw a good one. We'll see. So here in the Rocky Mountains, at least where we're at, trees are a little sparse. So we're definitely gonna bring home a tree with character, but that's okay. I love them. You'll have to go back on my blog and see through the years all the different ones we've got. They always look pretty and always smell amazing. So we've been hiking for a while, but it's fun. Having fun, girl?
Yeah.
Do you think Dad will come back with a good one?
No.
No? Probably not. So that's the one we're cutting. We're gonna have to cut it in the middle. Look guys, there's pine cones at the top. We don't even have to decorate it. You like it? You pack that one out, girl? That's our little piano tree. Or do you want to pack this one? He's given up. He's tired. You gonna pull him, Shay?
What?
You gonna pull him?
No.
Oh, to be a kid. Oh, there goes our car. You're stuck in a tree. No? No? Almost. Oh my gosh. Your dad is so tough. Our poor minivan.
I feel like the grandma of our family Christmas vacation.
Oh, good lunch break, huh? Jerry was hungry. All right, so we got our Christmas tree in the house after our fun little tree hunting adventure. We decided to put it in the hallway, the big tree anyway. If you notice, we cut down 2. So our living room is kind of cramped as it is. So we put the little tree in there, and I'm gonna actually make you wait till my Christmas home tour to see that cute setup that I've got going. But we put the big tree here in the hallway. It's really quite a lovely entrance, all these lights and everything directing you to this back window. The kids love having the tree kind of by their bedroom doors. It's really a fun change for us this year. So I thought I would talk to you kind of about each of the ornaments and garland and stuff that we put on our tree. So I ended up taking down the tote with a lot of our natural and handmade Christmas ornaments that some we made last year, some the year before, and some the year before that. I've kind of kept with this same theme. It's a bit of an old-fashioned Christmas, ornaments that come from nature, dried fruits and stuff like that. Just a really natural and simple decor, and we have loved it. So we've pulled it out for the last 3 years and kind of just added to it. So one of the things that we love to put on the tree are these dried oranges and the dried cranberry garland. Now they have actually lasted for, this is the 3rd year I've stored them and brought them out, and they still look amazing. So the dried oranges, there's a lot of tutorials and stuff on how to do that online, but when we made them 3 years ago, we used a food dehydrator actually, and it's quick, it's kind of hands-off, and it works so good. They've held up. I haven't had any mold issues. The color of the oranges is kind of darkened, but I actually like that. And then the cranberry garland, I think I'm actually gonna come back hopefully before Christmas and show you guys how I dried these cranberries, because I actually don't see a lot of tutorials online about how to dry cranberries that will last. Usually they're fresh, or if you're drying them like in a food dehydrator, you're actually making raisins out of cranberries. So this way they stay plump. So I'm gonna try it out and try to film this so that I can show you guys step by step. But this garland has lasted for 3 years so far, and it looks fantastic. Definitely has that deep red look that I love so much. And then we just kind of drape them around the tree in a very imperfect fashion and love how they look. I actually think, yes, we put the cranberry garland on last. It doesn't, with these sparse trees, it's not necessary that you need to put the ribbon on first. It just kind of works whenever you're ready for it, since the branches are so sparse, and you can kind of drape it and space it out however you want. So something else that we put on the tree last year, and I pulled them out again, are these beautiful little brass bells. They look really cute. I also reserved some for hanging on wreaths. They're just really fun to spruce around and hang anywhere in your house for that kind of old-fashioned Christmas look. Something else I pulled out were these snow-covered pine cones. I do have a tutorial on my blog for that. They're really simple, and you basically just dip them in glue or Mod Podge and then roll them around in glitter. They're really fun, really pretty. I even would love it without the glitter and the snow on this tree. I think that would look pretty as well. So just another fun addition for this kind of natural elements Christmas tree. So for the lights, now the mountains around us have these sparse trees, whether you like them or not. They're full of character, and we just love the memories of it, so we just do it. But with the sparse branches, I don't like getting the string lights because you can see all the wires and it does not look that pretty. So I like to use these clip-on battery operated candle looking lights. I think they look gorgeous. They're just simple and pretty. And then I can just turn them on and off with the push of a button. So we've pulled those out again this year. My husband actually figured out if you take out the battery and store them that way, they won't die and they'll turn right back on for you the next year when you pull them out of the bags or boxes. One of my other favorite elements to throw into this tree is these linen ribbon bows. Now I make and sell this linen ribbon in my Tidbits Linen shop. I'll link to that below if you're wanting to check that out. But I've got these deep red burgundy strips of linen ribbon, and I just tie them on the branches in a cute little bow. You can have short tails, or I like to have these kind of long tails. It's a little reminiscent again of an old-fashioned Christmas. The ribbon is full of texture. I love the little frayed edge and that detail. So I did also put a bow at the top, one with a little bit wider than the 1-inch ribbon that's throughout the tree. Just a fun little touch up there. Something else we DIY'd last year were these little ceramic stars. We painted some kind of brassy looking, and then we painted some with chalkboard paint so you could write on them. We love how those look on as well, and you can also check out the video I did for that if that's something you want to make. They're really great as like present toppers or just to hang around the house in any random manner. They're super sweet. So I had a fun idea. We did have like a wood star, but we lost it in the bins, and I really like the idea of a wood star on top of this tree. I didn't want to go buy one, so I had the idea to have my son help me gather some sticks, all about the same size. We made them into the shape of a star, glued them together, and then wrapped the corners and joints with some twine, and that is our new tree topper. My son's really proud of it, that he helped me with this idea. I showed him a picture, and then he just got to work. He knew exactly how to make it, so that was really a fun touch and a sweet memory for me.
Sometimes I have to.
It's hard to cut. Here, let me help. All right. Oh, careful. Now, as for the tree skirt, when I was kind of studying pictures of old-fashioned Christmases, they never had any, department store looking tree skirts. Usually the case was they just wrapped a blanket around the base of the tree. So I actually found a blanket when I was at an antique store. If you can see it here, it's just a pink and black kind of old school looking blanket. So I just used that for a tree skirt. Just wrapped it around the base to cover the tree stand, and then we piled it high with the presents. For the wrap this year, I actually wanted to save money, and so I did pull out like some of my black boxes that I've used several years. They're just really sturdy, nice boxes. I just tie them up with bows, and that definitely saves on wrapping paper and finding boxes every year. But for what I did need to wrap, I just got like mostly packaging paper. I got some brown packaging paper, some black packaging paper, and I thought I was getting this, I thought it was red packaging paper, but I think it's thicker, more like a wrapping paper, but still it came on a ton on a roll. And so that's what I'm using to wrap them. I'm just tying them with a string, like brown paper packages tied up with strings, and then putting a little tag on there. It's really simple, really clean looking, but still feels very festive. And the kids seem to love it well enough as they've been shaking and fishing through their gifts, trying to guess everything that they got. So fun. I pulled out this wooden train that my son also loves, and we put it around the tree. Last year I had it in a windowsill, but it looked really sweet just sitting here at the base of the tree. We stick the remote in there for the lights, and then he stuffs it full of toys on occasion too. So that's just a fun little playful addition for around the tree. I think that pretty much wraps up the details of the tree. I have noticed we've had to kind of move things up since this year we have a little Cavapoo puppy who has joined our family, and he likes to eat the oranges and cranberries, so the bottom's a little sparse with anything edible, but still lots of fun. So my biggest focus with kind of my whole Christmas theme and decor this year is I'm going with a Little Women Christmas. Now, if you've seen that movie, especially the 1990s version, I just love that show, and we watched it with the kids in early November, and I thought, you know what, I want to kind of base or focus my Christmas on this Little Women's Christmas theme for our home. Now, obviously, a lot of it is the same stuff that we've already had. It goes great with it. It's fresh greenery, fruits and things from the grocery store, or just things from nature. It definitely goes with the theme. But what I envisioned, something I just really wanted to do, was to get all the kids and my husband and I some white jammies that might be suited for the Civil War era, I suppose, that movie is based on, and kind of pull off this whole Little Women family photo shoot. So it's one of my absolute favorite things is to take pictures of the kids and our family in front of the tree. I usually just set my camera on a timer. It's not a big deal, but we're usually always in our Sunday clothes. And so it's just something we do after church. We're all dressed up, so I take some quick pictures. But this year I really had a vision for it. I wanted to kind of embrace this Little Women's theme. I did promise my son he would not have to wear a nightgown. So anyway, I found all the girls these really sweet white Victorian era pajamas, and for myself as well. It's actually extremely comfortable. And then I got us all some pretty colored shawls to wrap around our shoulder. It was just the cutest thing. It was December 1st. I wrapped these up, gave them to the kids. They were thrilled. We all put them on and just enjoyed the little old world simplicity of it. So I got my husband some linen pajamas. They're not totally white, but they're off-white. I actually would prefer that on him than just an all-white pajama suit. Anyway, it looks really good. He loves the linen jammies. I've always wanted pure linen jammies myself. He says they're very comfortable, so maybe someday I'll get myself some as well. But then for my little boy, I just found some white ones with these sweet little green piping around the edges. He loves it. It's not a nightgown. He didn't complain one bit. Since it was a Little Women's theme, he doesn't really seem to care. He's just interested in all the fun and presents under the tree. So anyway, so we all got in our white jammies with our shawls. I took pictures of all the kids individually, some of them together, and then of course set up my timer on my camera to do some around the tree as a family. Having the window behind the tree kind of just blew it out actually, and it just looks like there's this tree in white around us, and I actually think it feels very heavenly and angelic, and I love how our family photos turned out this year. I will make those into cards. I will print them and put them in our little Christmas memories book, and I just treasure them. When I think of the stuff that I do for me for Christmas, that family photo shoot and kind of preserving those memories is really what brings me a lot of joy, so I make sure I do that every year. Well, I hope you've enjoyed kind of coming along with us as we picked out a tree, put it in our home, and made it just full of memories and very special to us. I will be back hopefully soon with a tutorial for these cranberries. If you're watching this video later, definitely check my videos to see if that's come out, or I'll link it in the description for you, along with any resources that may be linkable. And then I'm hoping to be back soon, sooner than later, to share our whole house Christmas tour with you, so you can see the living room, the kitchen touches, kind of see how I've taken garland and just put it around the home, just like I saw in the Little Women movie. A lot of that was just what they had, fresh greenery and natural elements. So I've just tried to sprinkle that throughout the house. I'm almost finished. I'll get that filmed and ready to share for you. I just hope it's inspiring. I hope it shows you that Christmas can be simple. You don't need to store just totes and bins of a whole bunch of store-bought ornaments to make it feel really special and memorable. So anyway, although that is fun too. I have plenty of Christmas tours on my blog if you want to see. I've done colorful Christmas. I've done a French Christmas. I've done a way back when Christmas. I've had several themes for my Christmases. It's something I'd like to do, but for the past few years, especially as we've moved and had a very unfinished home, I've just kept with this simple, natural, organic look to my Christmas, and I've loved it. So I hope you've enjoyed it too, and just come on back to watch me finish things up and wrap them up for the year. Thanks so much for being with me. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Be sure to subscribe if you're not already, and I will talk to you soon.